It's very obvious what's happening here, but I do want to thank Special Counsel Hur for making it very clear to the American public that this man can't even remember when his son was passed. And more importantly, Sean, did you see what he said today in the press conference? He doubled down on it and said, I didn't think I needed to answer that question. Well, that's another problem that we haven't spoken about. You're sitting in an investigation. You have an obligation to answer truthfully and honestly. Today was just mind-boggling. They absolutely should drop the charges. We shouldn't even have to go as far as to defend it.
That's absolutely disgusting. She is, insert an adjective. I'll throw out classless. I think that classless, craven, underhanded, dishonest, disgusting. She's doing Trump's dirty work by attacking Joe Biden. When she hangs out with Trump, she knows exactly how tapioca-brained Donald Trump is. But specifically to hit Joe Biden on the stuff about his son's death, which we don't know exactly what that interaction was with the special counsel. And the idea that not only is she gonna point it out, but then say, because he said he didn't have to answer that question, look, he's not cooperating. That has nothing to do with documents. That has nothing whatsoever to do with documents. Even in your stupid hypothetical, it's him being asked specific dates of past events that are tragedies of his family. And for her to act as if, look, she wants to hit him on that stuff. She wants to do the underhanded thing, the low blow. And then at the same time, pretend that what she's doing is substantive. That is not utterly disgusting. But that's Alina Habba. That's the ship that she's signed on to. What do you think?
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous and so transparent and so like TV lawyery. It's just like, that's not what any of this is about, counselor. No one, and Donald Trump has refused to answer all kinds of questions and participate in all kinds of things. And he only attends if he is mandated under penalty of like monetary damages and jail time. That's the only time he cooperates. He didn't cooperate along this whole way. And what you're trying, it's just so sad. It was like, oh, you're that kind of horrible lawyer, Habba. You're the one who's like, oh my God, is that her argument? Her argument is because he was like, what the hell does my son's death have to do with this documents investigation? Because he said something like that, something that the good guy says, you're gonna get mad at him and be like, he was refusing to cooperate, as though he's the same as someone who refuses to like put down the gun. You're a moron.
100%. She's not the only moron trying to score some points off of this. So other right wingers are trying to get some points. Let's see, Fox and Friends claimed that the special counsel said that Biden wasn't competent to stand trial. That's not at all what the special counsel said. The special counsel said that were they to go forward on charges, then the jury might be sympathetic towards him because he's an older man and doesn't appear to have an amazing memory. That should be good enough, one would think, for the right wing, but that's not juicy enough. Now they need to pretend that the special counsel said he's not competent to stand trial because now the word competence in it. I mean, I know it's literally not in it, but now we've put it in it. So let's say he's not competent to be president at all. So they're just making that up just for fun, I guess. And then you have those who want to be like, look at him. He's made mistakes. He said a world leader's name and he got it wrong or the date wrong or whatever. And they can't help but make those same slip ups. So you have Jesse Waters, who brings on Kristi Noem to mock and attack Joe Biden. You know Kristi Noem, South Carolina's governor. Sorry, that's what Jesse Waters said. See how you can make little slip ups when you're talking a bunch on camera? Or specifically when Joe Biden is being criticized for not remembering the names of foreign leaders or getting them mixed up. We're not gonna play the video, but Sean Hannity was talking with Alina Habba and he talks about Angela Merkel of Germany, which, look, maybe that's a small thing. He didn't pronounce her name right. He didn't remember that that's not how it's pronounced, but it either is a small thing to get that wrong or it's not. You can't have it both ways, Sean Hannity. Perhaps Sean Hannity is not competent to stand trial. I don't know. That's what I'm learning from Fox News these days. Brett, what do you think?
It was not even that. It wasn't Angela Merkel. It was Angela Markle, like Meghan Markle.
I missed the Markle.
Yeah,
look,
it was.
I know it is hard to not think about Meghan Markle.
Brain is
I get
tapioca.
That.
John is not competent to host the damage report because he couldn't see that the A was an E. Don't you realize me and my role boy Sean Hannity have had enough of this nonsense? Get it together, Iadarola.
Look, it is very easy to make mistakes. I get that. And am I saying that Joe Biden does not make a good number of them? No, he does. He makes mistakes. His memory does appear to be poor. His overall energy level is low. And that, I think, is a great thing to make the center of a presidential race for the Republican Party in any cycle in which they don't have Donald Trump as their nominee. But you guys decided to take the guy whose brains are rice pudding and then pretend as if he's competent. And we'll get to his incompetence soon, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
No, so I don't think that Donald Trump's brain is tapioca pudding. I think he has some weird denture adhesive. His mouth gets dry, and he is such a bloviating jerk face that he just comes off as mentally deficient. But I feel like I'd rather have Biden in there than Trump, because Trump just like all his incentives are so petulant and egocentric. They are definitely not America first. Biden is more of an America first president than Trump. Just people just think they misattribute like all of this to attitude, and they think that Trump's attitude means that he is stridently pro-American when he's absolutely not. And Biden has dedicated his life to service, so to speak, of others, and Trump only himself.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.